Hey, we are here with some Crow Inquisitors going into episode 70-something, I think, still.
78.
Yeah, I think it's 70. I think it might be 79. I'll check real quick. We're up there. We're getting up there. And it is rapidly reaching a climax. It'll be fun to see this out to the end. Yeah, 79 is our episode today. We're going to hit the big 8-0. I don't know. Quick predictions. How long is this campaign going to last? How many more sessions we got into us?
3 more years.
When is June? Is that when the Stormlight thing's coming out?
I know September is when the actual physical books are coming out, but I think it might be June or July, maybe.
Yeah,
it might be August. I don't think we can
3 years after
stretch it out. I don't think we can stretch it out that long, but
no. I mean, ideally, we should be able to resolve this in a couple sessions. I would think, as far as this main thing.
Well, something else comes up,
but it won't happen.
Maybe we're thinking February.
All I'm asking, Caleb, is it for it to not end like Brotherhood. That's all I'm asking. As long as we don't have this epic conflict that just takes forever to finish and it ends up with just a fist fight between the main character and the main bad guy, even though everybody has giant magic powers. Dude,
why does anime do that? They get there and they're like, "Oh, bro, we've spent the last 5 years giving this guy magic powers, and I have no idea what he would do next. I guess he just punches him." And it's like they did that with 7 Deadly Sins. They take the demon god, and they take the most powerful human in the entire universe, and then they proceed to punch each other. I'm like,
because they ran out of money.
You have magic weapons. Yeah,
punch
each other with
I think
weapons.
They ran out of brain cells in 7 Deadly Sins. They definitely ran out of good writers.
So bad. I was so mad. Anyways.
It shouldn't end like an anime. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Sure.
It also shouldn't end where Tiddlywinks ends up being the real main villain of the whole story, because that was also 7 Deadly Sins.
What if talking is like Kratos or whatever? He's like,
yeah, he gets possessed by
my plan has worked perfectly.
He's been the demon the entire time. Oh man, that's almost a good idea.
That's actually how 7 Deadly Sins ends, though. Not even kidding. It's easy.
Bringing Alfons' ear the whole time.
I kind of stopped. I kind of was half watching by the end of it. I was like, okay, let's just get this.
So in terms of Brotherhood, don't let the fight go on too long, and when you do, don't have a fist fight at the end with.
Yeah, but also I didn't really care about the main villain. I cared about the main characters.
Yeah.
Then in this one, I think that Targoth is the main villain. So. Yeah, that's my expectation.
Okay, Jared, I got to the part of this Wikipedia entry where it talks about the thing you're talking about, and it is 100% weirder than you said it was. It is the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest paragraph I've ever read in my life.
The only reason this is still going is because of Cantarius. Because, I could have died,
Thank you,
and you could have lived on, and the demons would have been trapped. And then it would have been he died he died to save the day, or, to make sure that, whatever his
I'm
name.
Okay with blaming Connor for this.
Yep. Well, he's literally the bad guy now.
You're saying it is boring?
What?
You're saying it is boring?
No, I didn't say it's boring. I said it's continued to go because...
Oh, it's taking longer, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was an epic conclusion where we both died to, I stopped him, but he also killed me. But you just had to keep... had to... Oh, my goodness. Sorry.
You're right.
Adam's playing a video game.
Did you find that part of the Wikipedia section too?
In my opinion, the fact that Cantarius ends up becoming Dark Cantarius or whatever makes this feel a lot more like the story has been that from season 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it was good. It was
good. Perfect. Okay, well let's get going here. Let's read off beliefs. Counter, would you read off both sets of beliefs?
I don't want to read off main character Cantarius beliefs because I don't know if it's going to end up like that. And
I think
it's
fair.
cooler to read them as it changes if we get that far.
That makes sense to me.
Okay, so this world is more than love and light. I will wield the power of corruption to sweep aside all who stand in my path, no matter the cost. The world must end, for only in its destruction can true power be born. Faustus was merely a pawn. I am the herald of the new order. This is not Star Wars, the cool new order. I am no longer a hunter, but a harbinger. My friends are irrelevant unless they serve my purpose. I will offer them as sacrifices if it ensures the demon's ascension.
Cool. Dellon.
That's wrong tab. There we go. We must keep the artifacts from converging until the proper time or it's game over, man. I will ensure that Alphonse's orb remains in his chest for his sake and everyone else's.
You guys just wore me down on that one. I just stopped caring.
So funny.
Yeah. My father has betrayed his family again, but I will keep them safe. I will convince Ipana to lay low and let us sort this out. The mountain before us looms ever larger. I must find the relics before all is lost. On my blade and my life, I shall hold the enemies of God at bay. Today, that means finding a way to save Cantarius from the corruption that is overtaking him.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether or not you can actually like follow Alfons, or if you'll have to like backtrack back to the Colosseum to help Theo out. Speaking of Alfons, what do you got for beliefs, my friend?
Yeah, I'm currently here. Yeah.
Now that you've said it, I'm not convinced.
My family will always come first. Now that the city is in chaos, I will ensure my son is saved.
Mm-hmm.
So many loose ends. Next, I must slay the god of war and usurp the mantle of a god, my birthright.
Good luck.
Sound like Theo now.
If I lose the orb, it's game over, man. I will ensure the artifact is used correctly in the ritual to save the world. Yada, yada.
Cool. Yada, yada, yada. All right, Theo.
I will transcend to the power of sainthood to protect those I love and bring justice and glory to the one true God. And I will strengthen and exercise my faith. Through the power of God and the faith of my loved ones, I will save the world or die trying. I will secure the keys and prevent darkness from consuming all. My destiny is before me, but I will not sacrifice those I love to accomplish it. I will free Cantarius from the corruption that is destroying him.
All right, good stuff. Where do we want to begin? All four of you. I would say like the only place we actually won't start is with back in the Duel of Wits proper, because we're going to zoom into Cantarius and get a possible Cantarius breaks free from, or starts to break free from his demonic chains. But we could start with that. We could start with Dellon and Ipana in that room after Sergio's death. We could start with Alfons rushing down the hallway to save Luca. Where do we want to begin? I'm fine with any of those.
Well, I have a question.
Yep.
Is what Theo did in like shining his holy light or whatever, does that make it so that we are? Does that make it so that we are zooming in, or
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
We need to play an RPG where all our characters are dads, and then we can just leave our mics on, and when our kids run around in the background and yell, it'll just be like ambient. It'll be immersive, It'll be great. You're gonna use the circumstances to our advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my question is, do I get a belief back because of what Theo did, or is this just this is like starting the process of getting to make those rolls? I was not sure.
Yes, the latter. We're zooming in on Cantarius's mindscape and now getting a moment where he can make a roll to try to break free. Right.
Okay. I assume Theo doesn't have to do that multiple times in order to allow me to make a roll.
Not necessarily. Yeah, like he certainly started the process. I think the process will continue as long as it can, right? And until you fail enough times that it won't. But Theo can certainly still help you from outside, like continuing to do dual wits on you. Whatever else he does might influence what's happening inside your head.
Okay, cool.
All right. Did you want to start with that? Do we want to jump to Dellon and Alfons?
I mean, I'm fine with that, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, that was my first inclination, is starting with Cantarius.
I think that's where that's not where we left off.
I think it more or less could be. So yeah, let's do that. Cantarius. So, I think I meant to make a note about this and think about it a little bit more, but didn't end up doing so. Cantarius. Well, no. Well, I think this is just a simple question. It's like, what does it look like when we zoom in, right? Like, what are we doing? Are we in some part of your past again? Right? Like, is this Cantarius reliving a moment? Is this you're like?
I mean, the thing that I had imagined in my head was, remember, he like opened up the darkness to Theo, and Theo did like the holy light or whatever.
Yep.
And in my head, it was like the light like peeked through and saw, or like pushed back some of the darkness, and we just see like a little glimpse of Cantarius on the inside of his darkness. And then I imagine that closes up, and we zoom in, and it's just Cantarius in like a sea of darkness.
Yeah.
And he's like standing on like, I don't know, like, or I guess he's probably like sitting like worn down in the middle, like basically like on this one spot of like solid ground amidst like sea of darkness. And then it's just one white figure of Winter who's there with him, and everything else is just like a sea of like demons.
Yeah, we see basically what amounts to a sea of darkness filled by like burning eyes of the demons, like in a chorus around you.
I like the idea that maybe the sea is like the orc when he's coming out of that black goop in Lord of the Rings. They're like all coming out of some kind of weird like goopy cocoon thing, because they're all becoming physicalized, right? Slowly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if these demons are necessarily like they're happy to just stay in Cantarius and fuel the ascension.
Sure. So maybe that would be a good visual representation of where things are at.
My idea was basically just they're all just like staring at you. But honestly, it might make sense that they're not paying attention to you right now because you're having a conversation with Winter. So yeah, when we just see this writhing mass of eldritch monstrosity in the sea of darkness, right? Yeah. So Winter, as shining light, looks at you and says, good question. What does he say? So I'm trying to think, because Winter, before you had like a piece of his soul because of the like your connection to the staff and his death.
Is it the actual Winter or the demon?
This is not a demon. It is likely actually Winter. I'm just trying to decide whether or not it's like a piece of him that is still there. No, you know what? I think we can't say that because
we specifically made there be a sacrifice where Winter left me.
Yeah, I think this is Beatrice style, Theo's wife style, where it's like a visitation from heaven, right? This is Winter having been, redeemed /
maybe Theo's holy light is what allows Winter to enter into the with me, and so maybe I'm there all alone in the sea of darkness, and then all of a sudden Winter is there.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
That'd be cool.
And he's like a shining light, and I we probably won't go into like how it is that Winter is here, why he's like redeemed or glowing, like what happened. Because we left him originally, like he was possessed by a demon and stuff, right? Like there was no indication that he himself was really a good guy. But yeah, I like that as like something we don't really have explained, but like we do see him now kind of shining in brilliance. And he says, he says, "Your friends are still out there, Cantarius. They want to save you."
Yeah, I think he's just like sitting with like his knees up and his like head is over on his like palm and like his hands.
Yeah.
And he just like wearily turns and looks at Winter, and he says, "They know they have to kill me. I told them as much.
No, they
It'll be over."
Yeah, he says, they don't, Father. You're stronger than this. Death does not have to be your end. And even if you do die, there is life after death. I found that. Don't let this darkness consume you. If you do, no matter what happens on the outside, they've already won. They being the demons.
They meaning who?
They mean the demons in that sentence, at least.
He's saying if I die, they win.
Basically, if you let the darkness consume you, if you like give up, if you are pessimistic about this and just are like, nah, I should just die, like that in and of itself is a victory for the demons, right? They want nihilism from you.
Yeah, I think he says, what? How did he put it? Did he say nihilism or did he say pessimism?
No, letting the darkness consume you is how he put it.
Okay, yeah. I think he says, the darkness consumed me a long time, son. A long time ago, son. And he just like puts his head back into his hands.
Yeah. Do we do a Duel of Wits inside a Duel of Wits? No, I think the answer is no to that question, but it almost feels like that's where this is headed. I am curious what... Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if we want me to be the one to make the rolls, I was just thinking, is this like a circles roll? But I guess this is... No, not really, because this is... We just something. I was trying to think of like what I could roll to make him like convince me of something.
Yeah, I mean,
wait him to convince you.
I guess
that is a question. Like, I think it is less interesting if Winter.
Sus?
What?
Can I roll sus to suss out?
No. Riz might be helpful here, but not sus.
Yikes!
Just kidding. I think he froze. Yeah, I do think it is less interesting that Winter just like rolled to convince Cantarius in the Mindscape. I do think it makes sense that like Cantarius himself has to be the person to like get him out of this funk. That, and I don't really have a character sheet for Winter that would reflect his current state. What do we think? Connor's frozen right now, but
You could do like a die of fate or something, and then that like helps my persuasion or something in the Duel of Wits.
There he goes.
Yeah, actually, I think, can't you do a Duel of Wits with multiple participants?
Yeah.
Maybe he could just join the Duel of Wits on Theo's side.
That is so neat. That's actually a great idea because it's Cantarius speaking to himself, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I really like that. Here, let's see if we can get Connor back here.
I don't know if that'll be mechanically very beneficial necessarily, but
that's at least one idea. We'll ask Connor.
Yeah.
But you back, Connor? Might be dealing with a chillin'. There you go. You're muted.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if my internet died or what, but
so one thought that David had is you could join the Duel of Wits against yourself, helping Theo.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Right? Like say something, you would have to say something inside your head, and then we could, add helping dice for whatever skill you were trying to use. In which case, I think it makes sense to like we can play this out for a moment more to see like how you might go about this, like how Cantarius would justify to himself that he would try again, and then we would jump back out to Theo's volley with you, and then you at some point in that we can zoom in again and describe what Cantarius is saying to Winter, right, or Slash himself. But yeah, so what did we say last? It was like.
So the darkness consumed me a long time ago.
Right.
I think that's the last thing I said.
And I think he points. Winter points to a shadow that is next to you. Yeah, I think we haven't seen it at this point, but the camera pans around and we see kind of paralleling you. Like back to back with you on the other side of this like rock in the sea of darkness is a shadowy version of yourself. He is not head in his hands like you are. He's just sitting there like back straight, like burning eyes looking out over what he has wrought, like the sea of eldritch monstrosity. And
is he sitting off?
Yeah, I think there's like a weird perspective shift where like as we pan around, the rock becomes a throne and it's like this dark Cantarius sitting on a throne, and then we pan back around.
It should have like all these like veins attached to it as if he's like in the seat of control of my body.
Yeah.
Like synapses.
Yeah,
synapses.
Winter points to him, right? Like points behind you, and you can kind of sense this presence behind you, right? This dark shadow. Yeah. Dark Shadow anime style, My Hero style. And he says, "No, the darkness has not consumed you. It is separate from you. You may be influenced by it. You may be controlled by it, but it is not you."
I think he scoffs at that. His head is like still in his hands, and he says, "Then who am I, Winter?"
You're my father. You're a man who tried. You're a man who tried to do what was right. And even though you failed, that does not mean you've stopped being my dad. You've stopped being who I know that you are. Who I know you can be again.
Yeah, I think he has an anime flashback moment where he like has all these scenes of him being a dad to Winter.
Yeah,
and then his head kind of like slowly sits up, and what do his eyes look like?
I think we said at least on the outside, right? It was like normal eye and then one dark black eye.
Okay, all right. So is that what he looks like on the inside still?
I would assume so. Yeah, at least for now.
I thought. Well, I guess on the inside it's just perception of himself is what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
Cantarius is his body, so maybe he has normal looking eyes.
Yeah.
Fine
with me.
Or maybe he has the one eye that's missing still because I don't know. It doesn't matter. He sits up and like looks over at Winter.
Maybe we say this. Maybe you have Theo's eye, but it's not dark, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like whatever eye color. I don't remember what we said. The eye color. I think Theo has blue eyes, and I'm not sure what eye color eyes you have. But
I think I have brown eyes. I think I have to have brown eyes because I'm partly Japanese, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
It's a fantasy world. You can have purple eyes if you want.
Yeah. So I think he turns and looks at Winter with like one of Theo's eyes, and I think can Winter also say like, "And you're a friend,"
as in like that you're not just a dad, you're also a friend, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can say that. He says, and more than that, you have people who love you, care about you, look up to you, need you.
I don't want to push the narrative, but I think it would be helpful for Winter to point out that he did this heroic saving act for Theo to take his
right.
Look, that was you, not the demon magic.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah. He says, "Look at your eye." No, he can't say that. You can't look at your eye. He says, "I'm looking in the face of a man with 2 eyes, one of which he took from his friend to save his life. That was not the shadow. That was you."
Yeah, and then I think he slowly stands up and then turns and looks at Dark Cantarius on the throne. And then I think we cut from there.
Yep. And I think we go back out and we see Theo back in a Duel of Wits with Cantarius. Let's flip over these next cards, shall we?
So should I make a card for this, or are you saying next?
No,
volley?
so you will help his point, right?
Okay. So
at one point,
help.
Yes. At one point during Adam's speech here, we'll get you saying something to yourself as well. And we could say honestly that like you're starting to hear what's happening outside, right? Like we whatever Theo's about to say here, you're hearing as well, like from inside. You're cognizant of what's happening. So it looks like you scripted a dismiss there, my friend, Dark Cantarius. So that'll be fun. And then Adam, you're trying to do a point. I believe dismiss is going to go after the point because dismiss is about like ending.
Didn't I hesitate, or was I just trying to make him hesitate? I can't remember now.
I think you hesitated last time.
Okay,
you hesitated during this one. So now we're back to regular volley.
How does dismiss function again? Does he roll against?
So dismiss is basically a stronger point that tries to end the argument. It can use different skills than just a regular point too, which was going to be helpful for Cantarius, Dark Cantarius here, because I think he can use intimidation, which is going to be dangerous for you. Yep, he can use intimidation.
But if you fail the point, it sucks.
Yes. This maneuver is used for the cataclysmic and undeniable conclusion of your argument. Loudly declare that your opponent knows nothing about the topic at hand, and therefore he's a fool and a dullard and shouldn't be listened to any further. Right? So you're going to get some extra dice to this for it being a dismiss, and then you get to use your intimidation. Theo, you're just doing a normal point, right, with your persuasion, I assume. But I think we should... You know what? I think we should do Dark Cantarius first. Even though it is a dismiss, because it's going to feel weirder if we have, a good Cantarius say something profound and then Dark Cantarius ignores it entirely until after the dismiss has been done, right? If it actually ends up being impactful, might as well have it be said last. So let's get Dark Cantarius first. What is Dark Cantarius countering with during this Duel of Wits here with a dismiss?
What was the last thing that Theo said? I know he opened up it because I know he tried to open up his chest, and that was his intimidation roll. I can't remember what the word for that was or the card for that was. But
he said basically he opened up his chest and said like there's nothing there, and then I saw like a spark, and I was like, oh yes, there is. Yep,
that was basically all that happened.
Then he made a point, right?
That's true. Yeah, he had his attack for the rebuttal that he did. He.
Remember what he said?
I don't remember exactly. I assume it was something along the lines of like, you're still in there, but I can't remember specifics. Yeah. You remember?
I called you like a liar or something. Like, yeah, I said something like
you're lying to yourself. You're lying. Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to convince me that there's nothing back. Like, of course you would do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, Caleb, can you help me with what Targoth would say, I guess, because this is more like I guess
being influenced.
Sure what's kind of his mindset around Theo, because I don't want to, because this is a dismiss. I'm trying to make like a very like philosophical argument, but I can't remember what I was planning on saying. Oh, I remember we had said what I was going to say. Remember we had thought of something devastating to say last session for the dismiss, and then we were like, oh no, we can't do that yet because this is just the intimidation roll.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't listen back to the session, so I don't remember. What was it?
Oh, you were gonna attack me. Like you were gonna say like God didn't save you, I saved you.
Oh.
Yeah. He was gonna say
God let you die. Yeah.
Yeah. God let you die. Yeah. So I think he says
one other note, real quick. One other note, Connor, that I think would be fun to add in this is, given what Winter has been saying inside, I think Cantarius would go like full, like total depravity, be like, no, there's no separation between me and the shadow. I am the shadow, right? Like, I'm fully corrupted. There's nothing that can change that. Like, just total, yeah. But yeah,
So he says
no altruism.
Yeah, no altruism.
Your delusions of grandeur. You think that you are this chosen one.
Well, yeah, it's on my character sheet.
No.
What?
I said, well, yeah, it's on my character sheet.
But you know that there is nothing good in you that makes you a hero. And your God did not prevent you even from death. And he's not preventing you from having to face me right now. There is no good, no altruism. You are not a hero. You think that your friend is in here? You think that he is somehow better than what I am? I am the shadow. I am the truth.
I am your father.
I am your father.
No, dude, honestly, at this point, like, because I've been missing my father the whole time. That would be crazy. Like,
that would not make any sense.
Can you fork in magic here, like intellectual discipline and sensory discipline, to like make it louder in his head?
I don't
like,
think so.
With thoughts, no.
We can say that's flavor is happening there, but I don't believe.
Okay, so I want to fork in persuasion, ugly truth, and philosophy then.
Yeah, magic actions are their own actions in Duel of Wits.
Yeah, I think Kai was like growling at me when I started doing that voice. He looked at me and he was like,
yeah, as soon as you started, I was like, hey, these kids are going to respond to this.
I'm thinking of like, you guys ever played Halo 3 when like the grave mind's like speaking? Mm-hmm. It's like shaking the screen. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's just like this super creepy voice. Salvation.
But yeah, I'm assuming dismiss with intimidation.
Oh no, boom. What? Sorry.
I was talking to Connor. I think you're asking about forks here, Connor. Ugly truth is an obvious fork here.
Yeah, I have ugly truth, persuasion, and philosophy.
You can take
I'm trying to decide.
You can take oratory. You're making a grand speech.
I thought we decided we're not the oratory.
Yeah, I thought we said because we're not in front of other people. You're in front of the demons.
Yeah. Well, so he couldn't use oratory for the body of argument because this is a personal argument, but that doesn't mean that you can't fork in oratory. I think it is likely that you can't roll oratory during this, but a fork for oratory makes sense for me.
Okay. So I have to pull it up again. So one thought is,
I love the Cantarius. I love that Cantarius has 2 tests on begging being learned from like the beginning of the campaign.
Weird that it happened more than once.
If I had a nickel.
So I'm trying to decide, is there going to be there, because obviously this Duel of Wits here is not the biggest thing he's trying to accomplish. So I was trying to decide if I should use the Deets point here or not, but I don't think I should.
I mean,
because if he loses this Duel of Wits, he can just turn violent. So
yeah, but then when are you going to use intimidation again?
what do you mean?
When are you going to use intimidation again? If not now.
Why do I have to put a deeds point into intimidation?
You're gonna use a deeds point. I'm gonna use a deeds point.
Weren't you planning on? You have intellectual discipline. Well, yeah, I thought you were planning on double major epiphany intimidation, right?
I'm trying to do what?
Weren't you trying to get a major epiphany for intimidation to dump the 3, have a final of 3 in it?
No, I don't think so. That's not my because I intellectual discipline was where I wanted to put Cantarius as deeds point.
Okay. Well, I guess you're never getting a major epiphany.
Yeah, I didn't expect to.
All right.
Because I focused on too many skills and changed like focus and skills, like changed focus my character too many times. I never expected to.
You could also do. Oh wait, you already spent a deeds in brawling too. Man, you've earned 4 deeds points over the course of this campaign. You could also, I mean,
What's that?
I said you have 2 possibilities of getting an epiphany here, but all right, you do what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to put this into it right now. I don't think. I just don't feel like this is as important. Even to
I want you to devastate Theo right now, completely destroy him.
I mean, yeah, I suppose, but I don't feel like that'd be fun for Theo.
No, it wouldn't.
Who said it was supposed to be fun for Theo?
To be fair,
we all decided we would play the game for fun.
Play as Theo. Like,
oh yeah.
Hey, I've already cheated death once. I got nothing to lose.
Twice, actually.
Twice now, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, at the very least, you could also spend it on the tail end. Well, spend it on the tail end.
Yeah,
I just want to.
I also have 6 persona, and I don't really want to put persona into this either. But I think I should. I think he would. I'm going to put 3 persona into this.
I think you should do either. Yeah, one or the other.
Here we go.
All right,
it's
you need
surprisingly bad.
I would spend 2 fate on this. You need 13 successes, as close as you can get to 13 successes, because if you beat him, then it's over, right?
Oh, okay, yep. But he's not hesitating here, is he?
No, but like dismiss, you'll hesitate next time if you don't beat him.
Right.
What do you mean next time? This is the last one.
Yeah, but it keeps going as long as you do another 3.
He's
unless
around, yeah.
Unless the health is gone from one of someone's argument.
Come on, bad roll, bad roll, bad roll.
All right, you're at 9 successes. I would use your call on, my friend. Right, like Dark Cantarius, I assume, would use everything at his disposal to do, because he scripted a dismiss, which means he's going to try to win the argument right here.
Yeah, I'll use his.
You have no power here. Yeah,
how many
way.
Dreadful.
I then roll?
Dreadful.
Yeah.
It's literally a getting up versus Sauron fight.
Let me check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think you have 5 dice you can roll. And you can feel free to do it as fate because you've open-ended it already.
How many did you say?
5 dice.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like counting 14, 15, and I was like, what?
No, I was counting on my fingers the number of dice, the number of failed dice, and then counting the total dice because you have you got a 6 there. Or no, actually, wait. It's not open-ended automatically, so those wouldn't have re-rolled. You have 7 dice. No, 6 dice.
6, okay.
Because you already re-rolled one of the failed ones.
Yeah, just like really bad Cantarius rolls. Maybe Cantarius is in there.
No, sorry. You actually have one more die because the failed die you tried to reroll with luck also is still a failure. So one more die.
There we go.
So that's
13.
9. Yeah, that's 13. Yep, that's exactly what you needed. So you still get to do your point here, Theo, and you have to try to get his argument down to 8, and then it'll be like a tie. But if you don't do that, then he has won, right? Cantarius has won the argument.
I can't let Cantarius win.
Yeah. So what do you say?
Is it actually gonna be used? I kind of want to use it.
What do you want me to say I'm helping with, Caleb? As Cantarius.
Let's have Theo say his point first, and then based on what he says, there might be something that jumps out to you, right?
So what does he say that he hasn't already said?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you could counter his point that he just made, right? Like you could be like, go along those lines because he's arguing like God abandoned you. You're not a hero. Everyone is corrupt inherently, like innately.
Yeah. Everybody's
no
evil. And I am the shadow. Like this is me.
Oh, yeah.
And not only is everyone evil, there's no real hope for redemption. You will remain evil forever. Right? There's nothing to change that.
I think he kind of like he starts like looking at his hands, and he's like, "I of all people have seen the evil of man. I've been a part of it. Killed many innocent lives. I don't know if I can tell you that we aren't all lost in some way. We can't redeem ourselves. But with the power of God, grace and redemption abound. There is, we may be all evil, but there's still a light within us. The light of God.
Cool. And honestly, you could end by saying, "And I see that light in you." There,
yeah,
right.
That's kind of what you're saying.
Point in the dark cavity.
Yeah, I think if this was a less serious show or like a kid show, he'd be like, "Oh, that's so corny," and then like Cantarius would like reach out from inside of him and be like, "It works. The corn worked."
Okay, should I use this deeds point? I mean, I do have clairvoyant, right?
I mean, I just don't think you want to spend those deeds point on.
Well, what am I like? If I win, though, I guess would I use it? Would I use it to like? If I fail, would I use it to just like kill him? Essentially.
Well, I thought you were trying to spend that deeds point on faith, right?
Oh yeah, shoot. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to use it on.
I forgot that it doesn't. Yeah, sorry.
Yep, you need one more to white shade.
First. Well, I'm gonna pray first, and then. Okay, so I can fork in oratory or.
Yeah, you can fork in oratory.
An influential.
Not influential. Yeah, there's no time for magic.
Influential discipline. Okay.
No.
Soothing platitudes.
What's your argument for what you just said there being soothing platitudes?
Grace. It's soothing grace. Like there's grace.
Yeah, I suppose you are trying to unanger an very angry dark person right now. That's fine.
Yeah. It's okay, Cantarius. Where the heck did it go? Oh.
You need to get 8 successes for this to work. No matter what, you're gonna get a concession from him on the Duel of Wits, but
what do I put as base? I not zeroed still.
I put it at. Yeah, that works.
And then
all right, I'd spend some fate. You got 2 6s, so you can spend 2 fate for 3 dice. Hope they all come up as successes.
Well, can I still use clairvoyant if I
believe so, yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, nice. Yeah. I rerolled one of those 6s too. Again. Okay, sounds good. The duel. Actually, oh wait, we didn't even have Cantarius say anything. I just realized that. But apparently, you didn't need those dice because you just succeeded. Which is fine. Like we can have then Cantarius, like from this point on, start to do stuff. What would Cantarius say, just as for flavor, during this point? Because Theo wins.
What was the last thing that Theo said?
There's light. There's light in all of us, the light of God, and you have that light right there, right?
I basically just said we're all fallen, and it's only the light from God within us that is worth like saving.
I think we like zoom in to where Cantarius is again, and we see Dark Cantarius on the throne, and he's like almost like laughing at like scoffing at what Theo had said, and then Cantarius like is slowly standing up, and he like reaches with Winter's hand. He like Winter and Cantarius like join hands basically and reach towards Dark Cantarius, and Cantarius just says, "I'm still here."
Nice.
Release you.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. So the Duel of Wits ends with both of you completely demolishing your body of argument.
Yeah.
In which case, let me.
I mean, if you think about it, if you lose the argument, it's well, okay, maybe Cantarius is still alive, but then that means I just have to kill you and shut you up, and then me, it's like, oh, Cantarius might be in there, but I don't think I can bring him out. That's basically like a loss.
You gotta go from demolishing the argument to demolishing your bodies.
Yeah.
That was a weird way to put it, but
yeah.
Real quick, I'm just gonna look up specifically what it tells us here.
Tell me, friend, when did Cantarius the Wise reject reason for madness? He's got the staff. Isn't the staff like enchanted now?
Yep. Dark demon magic. All right, tying. If both arguments are reduced to 0 in the same volley, the duel is a tie. Neither party is in a position to leverage a victory. 2 options are available. The characters can part ways and agree to take up the argument at another time, or they can agree to a compromise. You can also just escalate. The first rule of a compromise resulting from a tie is neither party can achieve the terms he sought at the outset of the duel. The terms being Cantarius is still in. Cantarius will attempt to break free from the domination of the demons, and then Cantarius was Theo will join Cantarius and reject God. Neither of if it goes off as a tie like normal, then it would be neither of these things happen, and instead a point squarely in the middle happens. Can we think of something that actually would occur in the narrative based on a tie, or do we just escalate?
I think it just fights, because if he's not going to convince me, and I can't, I don't have a feeling that Cantarius is going to break free. Well, now it's just like, I guess I have to just fight you.
I mean, honestly, the tie might be, we'll fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I think it has to be, because I don't see any other really compromise, because it's either he's in there and I can free him, but if I can't free him, then it's like, well, okay, he's in there, but I basically have to like kill him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or do like a major miracle or something. I was
going to say that I think that's the other place we could go with this, is because Cantarius says I'm still here. I think it might make sense for Theo to make a faith roll to make a miracle.
It's basically a major exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
Or who's the demon? Is it all of the demons are in him, or is it just like one controlling it?
A lot of them.
Okay.
A lot of them.
Yeah, so it'd be like an extra difficult.
Does that make sense to you, Connor? having it be like, because Cantarius inside is trying to break free, right? He's like, I'm still here. Then this gives Adam a chance to do like a major miracle faith test to like, light of God, right?
I mean, this would be the chance to use my deeds point and be like, ob 15 or ob 20 or something.
Yeah. I think, you know what, let's do it this way. I think we need to drag this out a little bit longer, because if you succeed on the major miracle, then it's just, you did it.
Yeah.
So let's do this. I think
that's
I think
fine,
you
too.
I think you will fight.
I think we could draw it out, and it could be a lot. It could be more fun that way. But I mean,
I think we should. I think we should.
You know what we could do is like, maybe I need like Dellon's help or like other people's help to pray.
Well, you can script
so
it.
I have to like I have to get closer to them, and then like, or
no,
get
that's
them
true.
over here.
That's true. David just made a good point. You can script faith tests like prayer over combat actions.
So maybe you basically just have to survive long enough for your prayer to fire.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, maybe I need everyone to like help me, because there's multiple demons. It's like, let's use like the power of God's people together to do it. And like, obviously I'm the one rolling still, but it's just like, I'd get a few extra dice from people around me.
You could try to do that. Yeah, you could try to.
And so that would just be like, we're fighting, but I'm still trying to do a prayer.
We're not there, though, right?
No one else is there. My thought is, we keep forgetting about the green smoke. I guess we said the aura of holiness. Push it away for you. Never mind. I think we'll do what we said originally, which is Cantarius now, because of the Duel of Wits happening there and the way that it ended. I think we'll say that Cantarius gets one of his beliefs back, and he will now fight Theo. Right? We'll do a fight, but one of your beliefs is back. You can choose, and you could choose the one where you're like, protect my friends.
Which one? Why I get one back?
Well, because I think like, we played out the Duel of Wits there, and I think like compromise is you're trying to break free, but you don't do it yet, right?
Well, what does Dark Cantarius get then?
Good point.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'll take it. I thought maybe.
Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. You probably didn't earn the victory there.
I mean, you could make me roll in here. I could roll intellectual discipline to try and get one right now. I mean, that could be the narrative trigger, because I'm saying I'm still here.
Yeah, let's do it. And honestly, given your aura reading obstacles, I got a perfect op for this. You're trying to see a belief. You can also try for an instinct instead. Ob 6 for an instinct, ob 7 for a belief.
I think I'll do a belief. I don't remember my instincts being different.
You do have different instincts. Dark Cantarius' instincts are always deciphering auras, always offer ascension to those who surrender, always be on the hunt with demons. And regular Cantarius is always offer forgiveness to those who repent, always be on the hunt for demons.
I'm trying to think of what is like the most important. I think it's the one about his friends. I think that is the one. Then he can join the fight, so to speak.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, ob 7, intellectual discipline.
So what is this? What is he trying to do then?
I'll just do belief too. Okay. Let me actually roll. I'm getting distracted. Oh, you changed it to character info. I was like, I swear, because it takes me so long to like switch tabs and on this thing.
So you're rolling to try and get a belief?
Yeah.
From Cantarius?
Yeah, he's trying to break free a little bit here. This will partially determine what happens next, because how he acts, right, is based on the beliefs. So
okay, I'm using intellectual discipline. Can I fork in? Well, I guess what am I doing exactly? Just using my magic to try and like banish him? Is that kind of my goal here?
Yeah, you're trying to, have the light return, push back the shadows, become who you were before. I'm just trying to figure out
what I can fork in because of that. And I was about to say ugly truth, but that doesn't quite make sense to what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I think it's just intellectual discipline.
you might be right.
Cantarius.
As a note, in case you're flipping back and forth, Connor, we should be using Dark Cantarius' character sheet when at all possible. Since that's the one we're actually marking things on.
Were Alfons and Dellon going to look for Luca and the keys or something?
Yeah, they're going after Luca. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm confused. You're saying
have you been using Dark Cantarius' character sheet this whole time?
yes. But now I'm pulling up Cantarius to roll this.
No, you should keep using Dark Cantarius' character sheet because that's the one that we've been marking everything on. So I just want to make sure you're not getting confused about where you're marking things. Right.
Oh yeah. Then it's
the only reason that other one is still there is because we can reference the beliefs and stuff.
Okay. Sorry. It takes so long to. Yeah, I don't know what else I mean, this is just one, and yeah, okay, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I should. I can't really fork anything into this, but a 7 is pretty high, all things considering. Yep. So I'm trying to figure out if I should put
not for everyone else.
So do I get different persona for different character sheets here, or by using my 3 persona as Cantarius, Dark Cantarius, then can't use those 3 persona? That makes sense.
Is the exact same character sheet. The only difference is that you're switching beliefs in and out.
Do I get any advantages for winter?
I'll give you 1. Sure.
Attack. What? Let's go roll for. Okay. Just trying to figure out. The likelihood of me succeeding in this is very low right now.
Also take your 3 dice for.
What happened?
Take your 3 dice for being in the Darkest Hour. Is technically still demon magic you're using.
Oh, dark magic. Yeah.
Seems counterintuitive.
So, yeah, I don't think I need to use persona. Yeah, but hey,
I hope you fail that one.
Oh wait, actually, I get another +1 die because affinity for demons.
Yep.
Roll again.
God.
Sorry, this is. It just takes me so long to actually get to things and hit the roll button.
Max, all right.
So and then Obis 7, yeah.
Yep.
It's gracious.
Yeah, that's the aura reading for belief or for. You just rolled persuasion, my dude.
I misclicked because it's so slow. Okay, let me try this again.
Try
okay,
again, my friend.
5 health dice. They're just like you have to like select each box each time too. I don't know why.
There we go.
So the belief I want to bring back over then is. Sorry, let me keep. If you guys want to read belief 2, Caleb, on Cantarius' sheet, you might get there.
The world will not end on my watch. We will save the world.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you still have the beliefs. I will wield the power of corruption to sweep aside all who stand in my path, no matter the cost. And my friends are irrelevant unless they serve my purpose. I will offer them as sacrifices to ensure the demon's ascension.
But the difference now is he doesn't want to end the world.
Right.
Which I think that's the one to remove first, which is good.
Okay. Yep. So I think that means that the process has halted somewhat, right? You're not like actively feeding the process like you were before.
Maybe like the darkness that was swirling, like kind of like slows down and comes
And you know what happens to Cantarius? I think all the keys scatter to the floor of the spot in the arena you guys are in, right? Yeah. Like they were kind of like in this like ephemeral kind of like in the void still, and then you just let them all drop like trinkets to the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I assume the idea is that like Cantarius, even though you do this, like you're still like you growl and then attack Theo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now he's not like have a greater, goal. He's just like, I'm gonna sacrifice you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. I like it. All right, cool. Well, let's cut away from there for now and go to Dellon and Alfons.
I always knew Cantarius was a bit of a Hulk character.
Who do we want to go to first, Dellon or Alfons?
I think Alphonse's thing is a little more immediate.
Alphonse, Iron Man.
Makes
Whatever your little heart desires, Caleb.
Theo's Captain America, and Dellon is like...
Theo's Thor, my friend.
Oh, dude, yeah, actually.
Because you're Thor.
then Dellon is Captain America.
Sure.
I don't know if I've ever seen Captain America murder somebody, but yeah, I suppose.
He's in World War II.
Actually, those movies, he murders people constantly. They just don't die for some reason.
Yeah.
But
I think he only kills Nazis. That's what Disney can get away with.
Yeah.
We can't kill anyone but Nazis or people who are not seeing our point of view.
But those are all Nazis,
not
right?
seeing,
No.
not seeing our point of view.
There you go.
Mhm.
There you go.
Alphonse is Deadpool.
Well, that's just Jared. Yeah. Hi, Ezra. Let's see here. Alphonse, I think, you ran after Luca.
Yeah.
Down the hallway. And I think
it's an old man and a child. I don't think.
Yes, you would think that. Yes, except for the fact that demons are slowly taking over the whole world. So, I think what we see is the hallway is starting to shift and morph as you're running down it, and we see cracks in the mortar. We see horrible eldritch limbs of undescribable limbs that don't really make sense. The geometry of the place starts to shift. Something is happening. yeah, exactly. Multiple hands where there shouldn't be hands. So many fingers. But yeah, it's basically like a weird, brain trip starting to happen as the demons are trying to prevent you from getting to Luca. How would you deal with such a thing? You feel like you're not entirely sure how if you're even moving anymore. Like it feels like you're stuck in the hallway.
Summon my lightsaber. What's the ob for that one?
Summon your lightsaber?
Yeah, you can summon a sorceress weapon with essential.
Oh yeah. So you're just basically just summoning it so you can actually hit them?
Yeah. I don't have a sword right now, right? I gave it to Dellon. He has his sword back, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I vaguely remember.
I think you have a regular sword, though, right?
You probably have a regular sword. We've killed enough people that you could have just picked up a regular sword, I think.
I don't think between killing the dragon and now you've dropped your sword.
Well, I haven't used my sword since I've only been casting magic since we got to the arena.
That's true. Sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, that makes sense. We'll have you try to summon a sorcerer's weapon.
I mean, what is a normal stabby stab gonna do against weird shadow appendages?
Yep. Entirely fair. All right, I will pull up the essential discipline. Here we go. Essential sorceress weapon. All right, this is going to be so difficult because it's the darkest hour still. Are you trying to... So you're trying to conjure a sword that is a spirit weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 3... Yeah. 3, 5, 8. You're starting off with a ob 8.
What?
Yeah, because sorcerer's weapon, essential discipline isn't as good as other disciplines in summoning the sorcerer's weapon. Making it a spirit weapon increases the ob by 2, base ob 1, and then you'll have the +3 ob for the darkest hour. So we're sitting at ob 8 to summon a sword.
Okay, well, that's not even worth attempting.
Yeah, and you would only be able to summon it for one test because increasing it further is what you need to make it last long.
Whatever. I'm just gonna go with the old David classic, horny singles in my area to find people.
I don't think I added that first word in when I named it originally, or I came up with the name originally.
No, that was you. You came up with this name.
Singles in your area, I think was what I said.
No.
I think Caleb added the horny part, if I remember right.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know. I will neither confirm nor deny that I made the joke worse. Doesn't sound like me. Alfons, you. So the spell you're trying to do is finding people. Is the idea?
Yeah.
It's like the life sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you can do that. What do we have the ob be for that before? What was it based on?
Probably whatever my last 7 that's looking like. It was my last essential thing, but I don't remember if that was the last thing
I think it was. Yeah, because spatial was. Yeah, let's have it be. Yeah, ob 7 makes sense.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
I couldn't. Okay. Okay, John. Can I roll with the same advantages?
Sure, that's fine.
Like, I don't remember what they all were. I'm
Yep.
dying.
Don't die.
Yeah.
There you go.
The same exact roll.
Yeah, so you get a pinpoint on them, right? You're able to follow their life signal. But once you do so and you start like actually making some progress, you feel, because once you have the beacon, it's like you can't be as disoriented as the demons want you to be, and so you're able to make some progress. That's when they just attack you, right?
Mm.
So we see like tentacles come onto the wall and try to attack you. You can try to fend them off with essential.
I mean, I guess Sorcerer's Fire would probably be the one thing to do.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna make a roll for them real quick here. For your ob. All right, here is your ob. Could have been much higher. Ob 5.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's ob 8 because, Darkest Hour.
I didn't. That gives automatic 3 successes.
Wait a second. I need to do that roll again. They had 4 wound dice because I was using a character sheet that had a traumatic wound on it. Let me try it one more time. It might get less. Nope. Okay. Ob 7. Ob 10 altogether.
So wait, they get an automatic 3 successes?
Yeah.
Have we been doing that this whole time?
Yeah, that's how getting a 3 ob works. When in an opposed roll, your opponent just gets three successes.
Oh no. All right.
Yeah, total ob 10.
Yeah, I got a sick kid and a sick knee. So
Oof.
it's been going on 2 weeks now.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so essential. A fork in continuous and spatial, because I mean those always help.
It's a larger, abstracted combat thing. Yeah.
Ow, stop biting me. 3. It's named 4, 5. This is the big suck. 7 with the magic aura.
Good luck, Ob 10. Ooh, so close. Obviously, those sixes already reroll, but you can spend the 1 fate for 1 die.
Ooh. Yeah, let's go.
Nice. Yeah, and I think this is just a versus test, not like a bloody versus or anything. So I think we can say you're a defender here. I think you managed to fend them off long enough to get close to your father and your son. So I think they end up in. It looks like the tunnels here are like connecting to like the city, sewer system / necropolis or system, right? Like the stuff that's underneath the city, and they're kind of like Elon is trying to. They're like in some sort of what?
Getting his Tesla and drive away.
Yeah. He is dragging Luca along. Honestly, he's probably just carrying Luca because he's like 3 years old. But like taking he seems so winded and is like stopped in the Actually, you know what we should do? We should you're gonna succeed this. But let's make a speed test between the two of you. Just to see how long it takes you to catch up to them while at jazz.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I was 2.
Okay. Man, couldn't have made it. I'm so close. I've been on the edge of leveling up speed for so long. Okay, that didn't work. What the heck? Okay. Oh well.
All right, so you tied.
Guess I needed it. I'm just gonna roll 2 fate.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. You have 45 of it or whatever.
Yeah. Stop biting me. Well, that's insanity.
Wow. You do have a call on for this though too. You have fleet.
Oh yeah, I do.
So you can reroll 4 dice. No, 4 dice.
Well, 6 because the elect dice, right?
What?
Nothing. I'm just making stuff up. Hey, just barely did it.
I don't know why you put 4 as the but yeah, succeeded.
Oh, whoops.
You had 2 dice. No, you had 1 die. you switched it around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got 4 over. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, I think as I described, like he has to stop and like take a breather. He's an old man. You're right, kind of like right next to. You're like in some sort of old abandoned sewer type room. Imagine like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like large kind of cracked underground sewer chamber, but there's no water in it necessarily. It's just like kind of grimy. And he's just stopped with a breather, and Luca says, he's here, grandfather. We see his like eyes glowing, right? Luca's eyes, and Elon slowly turns, and he says, Alfons, my boy.
You're getting old there.
You don't understand. This needs to happen. Luca is the only thing that matters anymore. What he's decided is this.
Don't think he's deciding much of anything being possessed by a demon.
He's just shaking his head, trying to catch his breath. You can strike me down, but that won't matter.
There's nothing I would want to do more, but that would be I think, unbecoming of. What is there the one true god's name? Do we know what that is? Is there a name?
The great god is what the Serrano call him.
The great god. Yep. It would be unbecoming of the great god's champion.
I think it's what you've called yourself anyway.
Question mark. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Luca kind of squirms out of Elon's grasp at that point and stands up and takes a step closer to you and says, Father?
Son?
Are you going to kill me?
It's confirmed there's a demon in him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends who's talking right now. Is it Luca or is it...
You should know how this... you should know how this works. We are... No, I think he says, maybe once that is how this worked. But no more. Luca and I are one. If you kill one of us, you must kill the other. What's your will, Jared?
4 gray shade.
Okay. You do indeed believe the lie he just told you.
That is not true because the ob is actually 6.
Why is the ob 6?
Because it's gray. Again,
no, he used a gray skill.
I still get a +2 for being
no.
the ob. Yeah.
No, he's using a gray skill. You're both at the exact same shade.
I know, but the ob still goes up.
No, the ob doesn't go up unless it's taking into account the difference between having a black shade and a gray shade. That's why you get the bonus. If it's 2 gray shade things going against each other, or 2 white shade things going against each other, or 2 black shade things going against each other, there's no change.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The ob get a good roll.
The ob penalty is there explicitly to resolve the difference between shades.
Yeah. Okay, baby, stop.
Yeah, so you believe that lie.
That the only way to free him is to kill him?
Yeah. Elon turns to you again, and I think he says, please, son, join us. There's still a chance to be a part of this rebirth. And you can tell even as he says it, he's not, it sounds less that he believes it with true conviction and more that he is desperate at this point to cling to the last thing he thinks he believes, that he's not willing to face the facts. That his grandson is demon possessed and whatnot. He got sucked into this weird cult surrounding Luca and has not allowed himself to be free from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you just stand there hesitating?
Definitely for a moment, yeah. But mostly because Jared doesn't know how to handle this situation.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'll let's say that we cut away from it, right? As Alfons is just what do I do? And then let's see what Dellon's doing while you think about that. Dellon, so Sergio's just died, and Ipina is just crying, right? And she's starting to get louder with her crying as you lay Sergio's down and put your hand over his eyes, right?
Yeah.
There's dead cultists around you in the room.
So yeah, he sort of gives Sergio a moment and then turns to Zip and says, it's probably not safe to leave the Colosseum. I need to get back to the others and figure out what's going on with Cantarius. But if you leave, you'll probably be in more danger than you stay. maybe just find another chamber and the Colosseum's bowels here, whatever you call that. Just wait till this thing blows over.
She's trying to stop crying to listen to you, but you can tell it's hard for her, and so she's just weeping throughout that whole spiel that you give her. And then I think she says, "You're not going after him, my boy. You're leaving him. You're leaving Alfons."
Alfons is going after him. He'll be much more. He's faster than I am.
Okay, yeah, I think you can make a roll there, right? Like to convince her, like, no, everything's under control. Here's the plan. I think this is like, I don't know. I feel like the most obvious skill would be soothing platitudes, but I don't think you have that.
No.
So I think persuasion is fine.
But it's not great.
Yeah, persuasion is fine, I think.
Okay.
Unfortunately, her will is 6.
What? How old is she?
I just closed her character sheet. She is 26.
Let's see. I mean, I don't think I can succeed that. Even if I do like ugly truth and command or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, let's have you roll the persuasion first and fail, and then you can try a different tactic from there.
Can I fork in ugly truth and command?
Yes, right? You can. If you fork in ugly truth, I won't let you roll it separately as like a test if this fails.
Okay, well, I mean, it'll fail, so I'll just leave it alone then. Wow. Not even close.
Funny, gave you the middle finger there. Yeah, so I think what happens is like she just starts like crying and sobbing more, right? Like, and it seems hysterical, and she's just like, "No, you need to go after him. We need to get him." And so you'll need to like be like snap out of it, right? Sort of thing to.
Yeah. We don't have any reason to believe there's anybody else down here, right?
Not after Sergio killed all these cultists, no.
Right, okay. Yeah, I think he's just he raises his voice a little so he can be heard over her crying. He says, "You need to stay here. If you leave, you will probably die."
All right, simple enough. Let's do an ob2 ugly truth for ugly truth about family.
Okay. Can I do intimidation? I'm not threatening her, but
yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Okay. Do oratory or command work?
I'll give. Yeah, command makes sense.
Okay. What about? So I can't fork in persuasion because of that earlier. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Base up was 2.
2. There you go.
Yeah.
All good. Yep. So she doesn't really stop crying, but she does nod.
Yeah.
And then kind of curl up in the room.
Yeah. Then yeah, I think I see Alfons will get Luca back. And then
Sorry, say it again.
Said Alfons will get Luca back. And
yeah,
then
she just curls up on herself.
Yeah. And I'll turn around and.
So you're not even gonna try the stone door, secret door thing? You're just gonna.
I guess I forgot there was a secret door.
Yeah, so basically what happened is Elon was running out with Luca into a secret passageway that then was closed behind them.
Gotcha. I missed that. I thought he was just running out into the hallway we came from. I mean, I guess so. I have to get out anyways.
Yeah.
To get back into the Colosseum, so I might as well try.
There are 2 different directions. One is deeper into the city, deeper into the bowels with the secret door, and the other is back towards the arena.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back towards the arena then. I'm sure Alfons has this in hand, and I figure the world's ending up here, so you know.
Sounds good. Yeah. So Dellon starts hiking back. I guess let's start a fight with Cantarius and Theo then, or maybe actually let's go back to Alfons for a moment. Did you have a particular thought on how you wanted to handle the situation in front of you in the immediate at least?
I guess he'll begrudgingly try to save his father one more time.
Okay.
Very
What do you say?
begrudgingly. I don't understand how you managed to do this again, but you always choose the wrong side.
I choose the side. It makes sense to me, Alfons.
The side of demons, the antithesis to your entire fate, or faith.
He chuckles. He says, Alfons, you of all people understand by now that my role in the church has always been about power.
Well, if you wanted power, you should have just been faithful to the one true God, and then I start glowing.
Right.
Like you Hey, what's up? Like how many years has the Crow Inquisitors been going on?
3-ish.
3 years ago I was on the chopping block, and now I'm the one true God's I don't know what I am, chosen, favored champion.
Yes,
But-
Alphonse. Gloat your victory in my face. I understand that I've fallen from favor.
That's not what this is. This is the one time that I'm not actually gloating. Like, there was hope for me. There might be hope for you. I mean, you're pretty garbage, but I'm not the one whose forgiveness you're seeking.
Okay, yeah, make a roll. We could make this a whole big Duel of Wits thing, but I feel like one roll is probably sufficient.
More time than we have left.
And probably more time than it's worth.
Yeah. I'm not that invested in saying.
Right, that's what it sounded like, yeah.
All right, persuasion, falsehood. He doesn't really believe any of this. He's just doing it because it's kind of what he's supposed to.
Sure.
He doesn't believe that he's going to or can be saved.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like bullcrap wise also kind of plays into that.
Mm-hmm. Your ob is 9.
He has 9 will?
He has 8 will and a belief against this.
Dang, son.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he's had 8 will from the beginning of the game. He's like an old dude.
Yeah.
Played by Ian McKellen, by the way. Didn't you know, Alphonse, that it's always been about power? Elon is much more Magneto than Gandalf.
Sorry. Persuasion, bullcrap, falsehood. Does etiquette count? Because it's kind of like the etiquette of our faith to try and save people instead of murder them.
No.
Okay. Empathy, because I'm appealing to his emotions.
No, not in this instance, I don't think.
I'm haggling for his soul.
No.
Noble wise, he's a
noble.
Okay. Not worth Eartha.
No.
How?
Nice. Congrats, my dude.
Amazing.
I thought I was gonna have to spend at least a fate.
Yeah, difficult.
Oh wait, Caleb. If I spend a fate, does it get a better outcome?
No, I don't think so.
You said you're going to margin of success everything.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
Okay.
There's not. This is a pass fail.
That was it difficult?
Yeah. Do you need that?
Oh yeah, dude.
Nice.
I never get tests in persuasion anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we see is Elon slumps, and he just kind of like deflates like a balloon, and he says, I I don't know how to reverse any of this, Alfons. I've only known how to survive. In the very beginning, being given this position as the Pope, all I've known is how to survive. You, me, and your uncle are alike in that way, I suppose. Though he had to learn it. Though he learned it later than I did. I don't know what to do, Alfons. What do I do now? After everything doesn't matter. After everything I've worked for has collapsed. Where even can I go? An old man who has betrayed too many people.
I guess there's really only one place you can go.
I think Luca walks over to Elon and kind of like reaches out like to, like a 3-year-old would to like up, and
Oh no.
Elon like grabs the boy almost like without even thinking about it, like hugs him close. He says, I suppose there is one thing. And he like looks down at Luca and then looks to you, Alphonse, and then says like, I suppose we could try to save your son together. I was an exorcist at one point. It is the last thing I can offer.
Oh, that would be a very good step towards redemption, I'd say.
Very well. Together we will... And we see Luca with a dagger in his hand shoving it into his chest.
Gosh. Come on, there's got to be a reaction test.
No, I think it's too like he has no defense against Luca. He would not care.
I have defense against him. I would suspect a demon. There's got to be a roll here.
I don't. Maybe like an inconspicuous roll, I guess, from Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, maybe
it's
Luca
too good though. I just want it to happen.
Well, we freeze as the dagger's about to sink into his heart.
Yeah.
Jared did start to say something.
Yeah.
Jared did start to say something when you said he went up and hugged him or put his arms up or whatever. He went, uh-oh.
Yep.
So you could let him roll observation or something.
Yep.
Teleport the knife. Yeah.
I just teleport Elon.
Or that.
Okay. Okay, he's dead.
Yeah, you're Abba 6. He's like powered with demon stuff.
What do I even roll?
It would be observation.
I don't have that skill. I've never observed a thing in my life.
I'll let you use empathy instead.
Oh, okay, that works.
To pick up the social cue of it.
He's a noble. He's my son. He's a noble.
Yep, he is.
Fighting style, sword-wise, and technique-wise. This is a technique. A dagger is really just a little sword. An assassination's a fighting style.
No to all.
What?
No to all.
That's insane. Inconspicuous.
No.
Influential discipline.
No.
How many percent do I have? I've got 12.
Mama.
Okay.
Mama.
12 persona.
Mama.
Yeah. Because right now I have 6. I could get
6
up to
dice.
9.
Yeah.
And then with
9 is certainly a much better chance than 6.
Yeah.
I'll be slightly mad if you take this away from me. I want to
do it. Is Elon helping me?
No.
Screw it. I haven't spent Persona in a long time. Oh.
Yeah, drink those health potions.
I spend my deeds point just so Caleb can't have this.
Can you imagine,
Wow.
Jared? That would be so petty. To be fair, Jared did spend a deeds point to try to beat Dellon in a sword fight when it really had no real benefit to him at all.
That wasn't because I wanted to spend a deeds point. That's because Alfons wanted to spend the deeds point.
Yeah, right.
That's called good roleplay. Oh darn! Ooh, okay. Wait a minute.
2 sixes, yeah.
Possible. And I'm
2 fate for 3 dice.
Two fate for 3 dice. Okay.
Ob 3.
3 dice 3.
No.
No. Okay, all right. I'm spending fate for Luca.
What?
Yeah, he has fate too.
He's a 3-year-old.
Yeah, he's been doing stuff. He's in charge of a cult now, my dude.
Dude, he got potty trained, and that was a big moment for him.
I basically just gave him like 1 life path, and that's what
got a deeds point for realizing it's better to poop in a toilet.
Right.
Changed his world forever.
Yeah. He's civilized now.
Okay, he is.
Man, children would earn deeds points like every 5 minutes. Just completely redefine themselves.
Yeah, if it's relative to your current state of life, then they really would. All right, he got 1 success over you.
A second. I got more stuff I can do.
Do you?
Caleb, who do you think you're talking to?
Okay.
There's not a lot of things you can do after the roll except a call on, which I doubt you have a call on for empathy.
That's what you drink.
Do you have luck? Are you going to spend your lucky on this?
Oh, yeah.
So what is he trying to do? Stop him?
Jared is the most petty player of all time.
To be fair, even if he notices it, he still has to do something about it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, teleporting is like one of the best things I'm best at.
Yeah, but it's like, way harder for some now.
Caleb, what's he trying to do? Is he trying to stop him from killing him?
He's trying to notice that Luca is going to stab Elon with a dagger.
Oh, but it's cooler when he doesn't know. Like
that's what I'm saying.
What?
But the issue is at this point, Jared spent Persona, like three Persona and 2 Fate, so he's committed now.
Have you ever seen Klaus?
I know about it, but I haven't seen it.
There's like a scene where this little girl is like stabbing a snowman with a sword, and she's like really creepy. And I'm just picturing that, like Luke was just like stabbing.
What are you saying, Jared?
I mean, I get 5 dice, right? Because there are 5 failed dice.
If it's a call on, yeah. Let me check.
It can be used as a call on for any ability. This can be used once per adventure.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I'll give you 8 dice.
What trait is this?
Lucky.
He's doing his lucky call on, which you can use for one per session or 1 per adventure. I'm
gonna delete the first part of lucky, so I know it's gone. You said 8.
Yeah. All you need
this would be a Connor level roll with Ob 1 with 8 dice. I'd fail. Connor, do you want to roll this for me?
Please roll 20. He's using his lucky call on to roll all his
dice. But he had 9 dice.
Mm-hmm.
He got 3 successes. That's 6 dice that failed. He rerolled one of those with fate. So shouldn't that be like? I mean, he succeeded 3 of them originally, so it's already down to 6.
2, 3, 4,
then he re-rolled one of them, so it's down to 5.
7, 8, 9. Sorry, I am counting more than.
You can't. Yeah, he can't be re-rolling
that was
the whole
more. That was
pool,
more. Sorry, 6. You have 5. I apologize. I just counted wrong.
I was so confused. I was like, did I not? Do I actually forget how this rule works?
I massively succeed.
Yep.
You know what I think we should do?
Dumb.
Since this is essentially what we expect to be the whoa. So you succeeded.
Yeah. What were you saying, Connor?
Well, never mind. I was going to say something before you rolled nuts. It doesn't matter anymore. I was going to say since he's got the lucky trait, it would be extremely unlucky of him to like fail this roll with 5 dice for 1 obstacle. So I was saying he should put his trait on the line. That if he fails the roll, he has to take his lucky trait off.
Oh, I'm dumb.
What?
I could have just used the part where I could guess anything.
That's not how that works.
I guess that he wouldn't do that.
No, it's like guessing a direction or like whether it's going to be tomorrow or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
Couldn't you guess that he was going to stab him?
no.
I guess that we'll have won the war by tomorrow.
No. Okay. So, yeah,
What's the odds
Alfons.
to teleport a man like 10 feet behind, like a foot behind me for like 10 feet away?
Yeah, so you're basically just trying to get him out of the way.
Yeah, I imagine it's not horribly difficult.
I'll basically just have you go against Luca's knife roll here.
Okay. How good can a toddler's knife skill be?
He's being demon powered, but yeah, you're right. He's not.
Really, how high up is he going to be able to reach? Like the worst that could happen is like a little
he's carrying him.
stab.
He's carrying him. Remember?
Oh, I thought he. Okay. I didn't
know. All right, your ob is 6.
Okay. I'll do my standard essential continuous buff.
Continuous makes sense, but not essential in this instance.
Sure, essential's kind of always just buffing me.
Yeah, well, that's why.
That's the whole point of essential. Point
of essential. It's about life, like energy and stuff.
And when is more life energy ever not helpful?
I think I'm going to say no this time.
Man, we need to write down the ruling because
that's what I've realized. We need to start doing.
Let me have it like
I know.
Yeah, let me have it 2/3 of the time, and then you're just like, not for this one.
Well, yeah, because there are circumstances that change. It's
yeah.
That's what I realized we do need to start doing for campaigns is like have a document of rulings whenever a ruling is made, so I can reference it.
I had my calculation in head, and now it's ruined. 4, 5. Noble wise 6.
I don't think him being a noble matters here.
This is a very noble technique of just
so noble.
Stabbing
so
someone
noble.
in the back unexpectedly.
No.
It's a very back. Okay.
No.
Fighting style wise, sword wise, technique wise.
No. For the same reasons as before.
Yeah. Empathy. Does it?
No.
I see the subtle grin as he.
I'll give you an advantage die for the linked test that you just made with empathy.
Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. Throwing that in my face. I appreciate it. All right. Hey-ya. Wow, that sucked.
Ooh, that
Not
was
a single
bad.
6. He's dead. I wasted my skill.
Do you want to spend a fate?
Oh wait.
You have a call on for this too.
Yeah. Derp. Okay, so.
Did you want to spend a fate first?
I mean, why would I not spend the fate after?
Just
it's the end of the session. Oh, may as well use my call on. How many dice is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I made your.
Oh, I was just about to say too that ob actually is 9 because it's magic. So, but you still got it right. You succeeded.
Yeah. I'll spend. Does spending fate matter in this, or is it? Just,
I don't think so. I think you're the defender in this situation, right? You're trying to stop him from stabbing, so I think you're good. Elon is shunted through space at the last possible moment, and Luca falls to the ground, the knife clattering away.
Typical demon tactics. You need to be more creative.
Yeah, and Elon's just staring in horror at Luca. And I think he turns to you and says, like, let's do this together. I feel like everything I knew was falling apart around me, but this is right.
I'm going to buff him with essential discipline for his exorcism roll, whatever that is.
Okay. So he doesn't have magical exorcism like Cantarius does, but he does have ritual, which can be used to exorcise someone.
I'll buff ritual.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. 2, 4. Oh, oops. Gosh darn it.
Man, he doesn't have a lot of forks here. All right,
Actually,
cool.
I think that
would have been
actually
7, but yeah.
5. Oh, yeah.
He is going to go ahead and roll. So you give him 3 dice?
Yes. And is there anything I can fork into his roll aside from buffing?
I don't think so. What skills do you have?
Read. There's a lot of there's typically reading involved in rituals.
No, there's no books involved here at all. In fact,
if there was, that would just make reading a prerequisite, not a fork.
Yeah. Or oratory. Rituals involve orating. Right?
No.
That one's a kind of a legit suggestion.
Okay, I'm trying to find any information on like.
If you mispronounce the Latin, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for him doing it with ritual instead of a better skill like Cantarius has, plus the power of this demon, I think it's gonna be an ob 10 for him.
Okay.
He'll go ahead and dump Persona into it.
Yeah. I'm okay. Final offer.
Yeah.
Sword, because I'm gonna protect him while he's doing the ritual.
No, that will be a separate thing that happens after. No. All right, here we go. He got so many 6s.
He's got fate, right? He's got
fate.
He's been doing stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's gonna spend 2 fate.
Get 6 dice. Yeah, he can do it. He can do it.
For 6 dice.
That's a crazy good Arthur. Oh my gosh! What? I rolled another 5 6s.
That is insanity.
That is the craziest. I don't think I've ever seen that many 6s in a roll.
Not only is Luca freed from the demon, he's also returned to the infant he's supposed to be.
Yeah, he forgets all the bad stuff. The demon disintegrates. Yeah,
I honestly think that's probably a good margin of success thing that he can get here.
Madness. Right? Holy crap!
All paint and scarring memories,
right?
Mutation are gone.
Holy crap! Why did he stop being an exorcist again?
Because he became the Pope.
Oh, all right.
The Pope, you get more money as the Pope. Come on.
I think he was actually an Inquisitor. not exorcist, but I think he did have like skill in this regard. I realized that there's a separate skill that's exorcist ritual, but ritual, like, you know, the way that these sorts of things work, you can still make a history test for an obscure history thing. It's just harder. So that's why I made it an ob 10.
Sure.
Because like it's like church ritual stuff. He's seen an exorcism before. Like he's gonna try it. So I think we see him like lean down with Luca. I mean, you know, like I assume Alfons like has stepped up and like kicked the dagger away, right? And so Elon like kneels towards Luca and basically says, "My boy, I forgive you." You know, for trying to stab him, basically. Please, there's still hope here. I followed you because you had the blood of the patron saints, because you were touched by them. I was convinced that, well, we all come from divinity. And so there is a gleam in you as well, my boy. A power, a strength that you can use to fight this, to come back. I have made so many mistakes in my life, and I doubt that I will cease from making them, but I feel like I have clarity in this moment. And what I can tell you is that the boy inside you is stronger than all of this. And like we can see, like, yeah, the kind of weird distorting of space and the tentacles starting to reach out from the ceilings and stuff. And Alfons like draws his sword and has his magic and is trying to protect. And Elon takes the boy's hand and says, "In the power of the great God, by the divine might invested in me, as the great high priest of Ceran, I bid you come forth from this boy. And you, demons, you have plagued my family for far too long. I bid you come forth and be reckoned with. I have not done well as the high priest of this land. And I know that the office is all but naught. But as my last act, as the high priest of Ceran, you will not have my grandson." And then we see, and it's almost like it's like something that, like, as the audience, like, we don't quite understand why this works, right? Because, like, in all intents and purposes, it doesn't make sense. Like, he's not really the Pope anymore. He was never really religious. But like, I think it's like specifically like the connection he has to his grandson, this love he has for his grandson that, like, has actually, like, he has a lot of complicated feelings about Ipana and Alfons and Dellon and all this stuff. But, like, we see a broken man who does indeed care about his family coming out in this moment and using whatever last vestiges of authority he has remaining in this religion to try to bring the demon forth.
Well, and I mean, and mechanically this isn't true, but narratively the idea that it's not his power that's doing it anyways, right? He's invoking something bigger than himself. Yeah. So I think it makes sense that it would work, although again, mechanically.
And I do think this is like a temporary thing. I think like he manages to, like, the Luca, like, kind of goes limp, and Elon catches him. And if, like, enough time is, like, passes, and, like, if the demons get hold of him again, there's no guarantee that this will stick. Like, he hasn't, like, provided a hedge of protection permanently around him or anything like that. But for the moment, the connection has been severed. And we see Elon just clutch the child to his chest. And of course, that's the moment, Alfons, where you see arriving from the mass of tentacles and eldritch horrors beyond names, a man in black armor step forward from nothingness, gripping a terrible black sword. And he points it at you and he says, "I am Tannis, the god of war. And I have come to claim your life, Alfons Tan.
I teleport like halfway as he's through that.
Bye.
we both, all of us just teleport. Bye.
You want to try to teleport away?
No. This is where we cut to next session.
Yeah. It's definitely where we at least cut from this scene. For sure.
It's only 10:40. So.
Yeah.
So we cut to.
Well, I think we should go to Dellon for a second. So I think the idea is that you're going to go to go help Theo. And let's just kind of zoom out for a second. Let's figure out what we're thinking of next for all of this stuff. So obviously Cantarius and Theo are going to have a fight. And during the fight, Theo is going to try to pray and do a major miracle to like save Cantarius. And I think there will be more chances, depending on how long it goes, and how like whether or not Theo like fails right away or whatever, that Cantarius can like get more of his beliefs back. But I think we have a longer sequence where Cantarius and Theo are going to fight here. One thought I had was that while Dellon is running towards the arena, like Narani shows up or something and is like, Alfons is gonna die, right? Like go back. I'll guide you. Like, right? Like help Alfons fight this guy. That's one thing you do. Or if you're more interested, Dellon, in going and helping Theo with his thing, that's also something we can do. I'm curious what you're thinking. And what everybody else is thinking about, like whether or not they want to do their thing alone or whatever.
Well, I'm fine with going to help Alfons. The thing is that mechanically, if he has white health, I think even though I do like 3 white damage, I actually don't think I can hurt him because I'm pretty sure that a gray weapon is incapable of hurting. Like I don't remember.
You are correct, except for the fact that the gods have been forced to take physical form.
So he doesn't have white health.
He has gray health.
Okay,
great.
All right. I was wondering because mechanically, if it was an impossibility, I was like, I got to find a way to get a deeds point before I can even. Well, no, even then, I guess my weapon would still be gray. So. That wouldn't have made a difference. Okay. Yeah.
He's more vulnerable.
Okay. Then I think that probably makes sense. I kind of was expecting Alfons to teleport either me to him or them to me.
And then that also could be what happens. Like we could have Dellon go try to help Theo first. And then when Alfons is in dire need, or maybe even Alfons gets killed or something, right? Or something bad like that. And then Dellon has to go anyway, like after the fact. Those are all thoughts. I think either way, Dellon will not be there for the beginning of the fight with the Alfons. Alfons will have to fend off the God of War by himself for a little while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's...
I mean, you're far enough away that you're not going to like be teleported there instantly or anything, or you're gonna have to.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with whatever direction. I think like if I have to find my way there to him, I have no idea where he is, so I should avoid that probably because I don't.
Well, I think Narani was going to lead you there personally.
Oh, okay. Can she? I mean. He just materialized out of thin air. Can she do that?
I mean, yes, but she can't make you materialize out of thin air necessarily.
Oh, why not?
I guess she could. I suppose. I'm just trying to think of the timing on this to make it the most dramatic possible, right?
Sure, yeah.
But also the most narratively compelling. What are you thinking, Adam and Connor, about your fight? Do you guys should it just be Theo and Cantarius go at it?
I think it might make kind of sense where it's like those two are fighting the god, and Cantarius and I are fighting. It's kind of like him and I are fighting the demons one last time, but it's obviously is. I think it makes sense that we're split off. I just wanted the faith help, but. It depends on how difficult that is.
Yeah.
I guess I am going to use a deeds point, so I'm going to at least be able to double my dice. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it would feel a little like stealing Theo's thunder if I ran up and just killed Cantarius.
It's kind of what I mean. Like it's not like, oh, I'm going to come help you pray while you're fighting Cantarius. It's like, oh yeah, Alfons and I are going to fight a god.
We got to fight Cantarius. Yeah.
While we fight the demons, and so it's like, it's kind
that makes sense to me.
Okay,
yeah. So we'll just do this though, David. I think like we can certainly have Narani show up and like help you get there fast. But like, I feel like it still has to be like you show up at the last possible moment sort of a thing, rather than you show up and then Alfons and you take them on together immediately, right? Like, I think there should at least be like one exchange of a fight, maybe, where Alfons has to like, because I am personally interested in the idea of like Alfons just gets killed by this guy and he has to like spend a persona, and then we get into a more complicated situation, as opposed to I want Alfons to feel terrified first, right, before Dellon shows up to save the day.
Sure, yeah.
Is he?
You guys are acting like you think I can't win this.
Is he a
magic is
like
a
a
lot
white
less effective
shade
in fight?
Is he a white shaded dude?
The god?
Not right now, or at least his health isn't.
He would be typically, but yeah, I think he'll be gray shaded for the purposes of the fight, because of basically the gods have to like take physical form to do things and whatnot. Yeah, mainly just for fiat purposes, you can actually kill the guy.
Yeah, the problem, Jared, is that casting magic in combat is way more involved. Like not like in range and cover, where
we haven't started combat yet. That's the point.
Well,
I'll let you do like one thing to try to like summon a weapon or something, but like you're gonna have to fight this guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I think this
will
is
either work or I'll die.
Yeah. I think this is probably a good enough place to end it, though, because we're at a good moment where we can then start 2 fights next time and go back and forth, and you'll be able to do some prayer too, Dellon, while you're doing things. So
true, yeah.
Cool. That was fun. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
I'm still a little salty that you didn't let me stab your father with your son, but I do think it was fun to see. Elon.
That roll was insane.
It was crazy. Yeah. He had no right.
It's weird that you thought he would let you.
I just thought I would just be able to. I thought the power of the room, like being like, yeah, that makes sense. This is a story beat that would have just carried us through, right? But no, it's Jared.
It would have carried us to a dead end where both Dellon and I don't have skills to end a possession without killing someone.
Well, yeah, that's why we were going to save Cantarius, right? Like that. The idea was like Cantarius was going to do it. But it's fine.
Well, then Theo and Cantarius wouldn't get to have their moment. Dellon and I would come barging in.
Well, I think the assumption was that, like, okay, so if Elon had been stabbed by Luca, what I would have done instead is I would have had Tana show up now, and then you would have fight him. You still would have had to fight him, but then Theo would have had to save Cantarius and then come to help you, exercise Luca after the fact, after your guys' fights with everything. But it's fine. It works. Might work better. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. Okay, Cantarius.
Well, I was just going to say real quick, should we get some of the setup done for the fight? Should we, since we have?
Sure, yeah. If you guys have time, and
I mean, there's an awful lot.
Yeah. We say all these things back and forth, and we're like, then we end it then, and then like right as we like go to attack each other, the episode ends.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a pretty dramatic point to just end it. To be, yeah.
Well, I just mean in terms of in the next session, you have to try and remember what happened last, or like get things set up. We can just jump right into the fight.
I feel like it might be
really any setup stuff, does it? It's not like you don't make a body of argument or any of those things, right? You just start scripting
actions, choosing your actions. Right? Yeah,
like you do an engagement roll. But.
I feel like it will be better if we don't have to remember what you put down on the cards or what you roll. Like if we start the fight at the beginning, then we're getting all of that information in the one episode, rather than some of it now. And yeah, it's just too dramatic of an endpoint, I think. So
okay, well, we just
cool.
Didn't want to. Yeah.
No, you're good. That makes sense. Cantarius. Let's look at Eartha here.
Oh, I guess that's right. Yeah, I guess I'm looking at beliefs.
You didn't actually use corruption at all today. You could have. We forgot about that.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. It's my intimidation column instead in 3 persona.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I don't think there would have been a point where it would have like changed what happened. So
No, not necessarily. I just forgot. I should have used one persona to do that instead of just spending 3
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fair. I'll give you a fate point for that first. Good.
This world is more than love and light. I will wield the power of corruption and sweep aside all who stand in my path, no matter the cost.
I'll give you a fate point for the world is more than love and light part of it, right? Like I'm still here, like Cantarius coming back sort of thing.
The world will not end, not on my watch. We will save the world. My belief just kind of changed in the middle of that, so I guess that one's kind of hard to do. But
you can take a fate point for it, right? Like you're working towards it by trying to break free.
That might play out kind of weird because I might succeed at one of these goals, and then change it in the middle, and then be like, oh. I am no longer a hunter, but a harbinger. My friends are irrelevant unless they serve my purpose. I will offer them as sacrifices if it ensures the demon's ascension.
Fate point, right? You're attacking Theo and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of these goals are too like big picture for them to be like accomplished in a single session when we're pacing things out like this.
Yep.
Which is fine. I'm not going to get much persona, I don't think. And then always deciphering auras, always offer ascension to those who surrender. Always be in the hunt with demons.
I don't think any of those came up in any particular.
No, I don't think so either.
Compelling way. I will give you embodiment. Right, take a persona for embodiment.
Is it for the
Cantarius.
voice?
Yeah, I mean that I really liked. I'm still here. Right, like that was great. A mold breaker. I mean, this entire session has been like everything that's happening with Cantarius right now is specifically conflicting beliefs and instincts and things. So mold breaker there. So two persona, my friend, for that. And make sure you're marking these on dark Cantarius.
Wait, two persona, including the one for embodiment, or are you saying something?
Two, including the one from embodiment. Yeah. Okay. One for embodiment, one for mold breaker. Say again?
And then another deep point, right?
No. Nice try. All right, Dellon.
Sorry, I just thought I heard you say that.
No. Gotta get your ears checked. Gotta get the sensory discipline.
Let's see. All right. I didn't do very much, so let's see. Ensure that the orb remains Alfons. I mean, I wasn't even with Alfons this session. Yeah. Convince Ipana to lay low. I did that.
Did it. Persona.
Find the relics for all's lost. I mean, I didn't do that.
Nope.
They're there now. Find a way to save Cantarius from the corruption as overtaking him. I didn't do that either. Let's see.
Yep.
I don't think. Yeah, I guess probably it.
Don't worry. Next session will be a good Dellon session.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure anything else came up for Dellon. It was basically just that one persona.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I think so. Okay. All right, cool. Alfons. Hey, you ensured your son is saved.
Yeah, persona.
Yeah. You didn't actually get to work on that belief too. That'll be next time.
I worked on 3, I guess.
As long as you continue to keep yourself safe, it makes sense. You can get at least fate points for it.
Woo.
For protecting the orb and stuff. I'll give you a fate point for always do what I can to protect my family and friends. Like, yeah, that's pretty relevant, pretty cool that it continues to come up in powerful ways. Did you have a humor moment? Usually we do. I just can't remember specifically what. Did we laugh out loud at a Jared joke?
I thought his classic demon tricks thing was funny, but I didn't laugh out loud, I don't think. Or I guess not everybody laughed out loud.
Yeah. I think there it wasn't quite as laugh out loud moment as usual.
The darkest hour are usually the best for one-liners.
Yeah.
I think I'm on my way to my final deeds.
I think so. Yeah, getting close. I don't know if there was like, I'll give you embodiment. I'll give you a persona for embodiment. Like saying like the classic demons trick, and then just the general like the conversation you had with Elon. Those are all good embodiment moments. Persona, and then last but not least, we got Theo.
You did, man.
Did you work on you didn't do a faith roll this time? Yeah.
No, I just did finish the argument, and then so I wrote some. Oh wait, I did roll some. Well, I don't know how that works.
You can take a fate point for belief 2. Will secure the keys and prevent the darkness from consuming all. Like you got Cantarius to drop the keys, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then you are working on freeing Cantarius, so you can take another fate point for belief 3.
Yeah. If he frees himself, do I get persona? Technically?
Yeah, that's fine. You're helping. Yeah. Let's see here. You can take embodiment for your speech to Cantarius. But I think that's it. There's no like mold breaker moment or anything for you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. One thing that we forget to do sometimes is steal tests, passive tests for steal.
Oh yeah, the god showed up. So I mean,
yeah. So Alfons, take a Ob 10 steal test for being in the presence of the divine. All of you can take an Ob 9 test for being in the presence of demons. So whatever that would be for your steal.
I wasn't. Was I? I don't think.
I guess not in this session. Yeah. Never mind. Like you were running around and could have saw some demon stuff, but I didn't describe you seeing any demon stuff. So yeah. Let's see. Sustained artillery barrages. No. Country intelligence. Nope. What does everybody steal
it has to be sustained. Like having someone drop a missile on your head isn't good enough unless it happens again, apparently.
Well, again, sustained artillery barrages in a medieval setting is like ballista or cannon.
I guess. So. Having someone drop a giant boulder on your head isn't good enough unless it happens twice. Nope. I still feel like that. Maybe not as bad as missiles. But.
What is everybody steal at right now?
8.
What?
Nice.
Let's see. 9.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm just checking what tests. So anything. So for you, anyone who has 8 steal.
Yeah.
So who has 8 steal? Adam?
I do. Yeah.
Take a.
Jared.
You both okay. You can both go ahead and take an Ob 5. So I think. Yeah, this should be a difficult test for you. Difficult test for witnessing or participating in spirit activity or summoning, exorcism / whatever happened with Cantarius right now.
Those.
Again, we probably should have. We just keep forgetting to give.
Every once in a while, you're just tests. Just level up your steel. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we probably accounted for it anyways. But
yep. But I think that's it from there.
Do I take an additional ob?
Another difficult test for your steel.
What's the skill test for seeing a family member die?
I thought I had to do 9 ob.
No. Below it to a certain extent is also a difficult test.
Because I had a family
Do I
member
have to roll or no?
Yeah, mark a difficult test for witnessing the spirit activity, demon stuff.
Oh, dude. That's the last one I needed.
Nice.
I go up to 9 now.
Go up to 9. Nice. I'm double checking here, Dellon. What is it? Witnessing a friend or relative get killed is Ob 4, too low for you.
Wow, that seems.
The very
sad.
Lowest thing you can get at this point is getting mortally wounded and surviving or living through starvation conditions. That's what the Ob 6
we just need
level
to
is.
Stab each other repeatedly.
Yeah, we'll have Theo sit there with prayers ready, and we'll be like, shank, heal, shake, heal.
Yep.
Yeah, farm steel.
And we need to do discipline things as well, right? We haven't done that in a couple episodes. Big discipline.
Everyone, take another discipline.
Oh, okay.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Wait, how does that work?
Just add another thing to your discipline score.
That doesn't really do that much anyways, right? Unless
Yeah,
you
it
get
doesn't.
to
Well,
the new-
you either get to roll for a new discipline or add one to a discipline you have.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I'll
How does
give
that
it
work
to
again?
you. If you want a new discipline, you have to roll a challenging test for discipline. So an op 10 for Alfons or whatever you have for
Jeez.
one
I'm
above.
just adding one to one of my. I'm at 9. At 10 discipline, do I become a god? Is that how that works?
No.
You ascend. Yeah.
Well, that's how it works with all the
Everything
other
else.
things.
Yeah, only works that way for emotional attributes. That's the only thing it does
That's
that
true.
with.
Yeah.
Cool.
So wait, what do you do if you just want to improve magic? You just do that?
Yeah.
By
Sorry.
one,
Just
yeah.
by one.
Cool. All right.
I'm at 8 spatial.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
the one last thing we should actually look at is what is it? My mind just went blank. Corruption. Because you might have gotten some passive tests for corruption, Connor. And once you get to 10 corruption, you corrupt out of play. So let's see. You have a 9 in it right now.
Yes, sir.
Right, and routines still count.
Yeah.
Did you lie today?
I think I said that there's nothing good in anybody. So
Okay, mark a
But
routine.
that's technically true because the only good
No.
that comes from man is from God.
But did
Yeah,
you
but-
believe
That's technically
that
true.
when you said
we're-
it?
If you believe it to be true, is it a lie?
It says lying or committing
No,
a
this is for being
willful
wrong.
falsehood.
Yeah, well, it's just being wrong. You could be wrong. That's not corrupting.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think I think you're right, Connor. I think Dark Cantarius overplayed it. Like he intentionally misled. Like I don't think even he believes that like there's no good in anyone at all, right?
okay.
So yeah, routine test there. Did you use the intellectual discipline? Did anyone use magic today? I guess this is only for Connor.
Normal
else has corruption.
Cantarius. Try and break free.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't count. It'll be Dark Cantarius that needs to do this. Actually, no, you should mark it because you're still using demon magic to do that. Right? So yeah,
Okay.
another routine. So you're at 4 routines now. I think you need 9 routines, right?
Dang.
I think
Is that
so,
what it
something
is?
like that.
Yeah.
You just
9
gotta tell
routines,
9 lies.
5 difficult or 3 challenging. I have to get 2 still. So
Yeah. Did
I
you
still have to-
physically harm another person? Not this time, actually.
Harm me
I
emotionally.
mean, he might have.
Physically, it says specifically.
we are just resolving the Duel of Wits. Last session
Yeah.
I tried to, but didn't.
I know my job is spinach.
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
I'm just double checking the rest of these. No. Commanding the spirit, nope. Nope, nothing else happened. Just some minor corruption stuff. All right, cool. That has been Crow Inquisitors. We'll be back next time to do some fighting.
Oh yeah.
It'll be great. I am excited to try to kill Alfons. That's my goal for next time. He has a bajillion persona, so I'm going to try to kill him. That's
I
my
don't have
goal.
a bajillion.
You have enough. You only need one.
We force you to spend it.
Yeah. I'll just keep killing you over and over again. You'll be forced to spend them all.
That's what you
Great.
think.
All right, there you go. That's been our session. Thanks for playing, guys. And thank you for watching. Adios.